You guys had some news lately? There's been some interesting developments?
Yeah, so we activated here. It's sort of a precursor to even more to come, but in talent rights management. So here at the 4As, we're talking about our new trust solution. So think about it like this. So we all know, I think intrinsically, that in a beautiful television ad you see, there's many people and entities that are getting paid for rights. There's the actor, there's the voiceover, there's the music, there's the imagery. Sometimes there are stunt people. There are rights if you're using something intellectual that involves intellectual property. And it's really fascinating to understand the story behind that story because it takes a village, right? There are tons of elements behind that beautiful piece of creative, and everyone needs to get paid fairly for their work, and that involves not just the work on the set, but all the residuals and the use fees and everything that goes into the use of that television commercial. Think about the internet right now. So again, not because anyone is not attempting to wrangle the use of that beautiful creative across the vast internet, but it's just physically impossible. It is impossible for humans, no matter how hard they try, to contain and to manage the way that ad is appearing and where and whether those rights have been secured, whether they are still within the contract of what those rights were negotiated on. So we have what is frankly the simplest solution. Anyone could invent it, but I'll tell you why only Extreme Reach can sort of bring it to market. It's a simple tag, right? It's a no-brainer. You can take that same TV piece of creative, which becomes video, we can now call it video, it moves to every screen along with a simple piece of ad code, like any standard ad tag, and that's what the trust tag is, and it's free for anyone to use. The brilliance isn't in the tag, it's actually what that tag pings in real time. So it pings a cloud database that houses 90% of the complex talent rights. So, you know, we are not only by far the market leader, but we have an entire team of experts that manage every right associated with every ISKI code, every ad ID related to that ad. And so before today, you had to trust various people talking to each other to say, well, where is that ad? And once it's out on video ad servers everywhere and it's out on every screen, like, who's managing that? So what's happening is literally, and no one wants to talk about it, but you know, millions and millions, I would say, definitely more than 50 and less than 100 are being wasted and thrown out the window for talent penalties. And obviously that's miserable. And so the trust tag, essentially, which we are offering, you know, free to the industry, isn't because, you know, it's self-serving or it's something that, you know, we want to do. It's that marketers are saying, and you know, you will do this because I will not have a $500,000 hit on my errors and omissions. You know, the CFO at a big brand understands that there's this growing, escalating fee below the line, which is unacceptable. And so talent, you know, it's the fun world of talent. It's just like a movie, little commercials. It's like a little movie, and there are people in there that the unions represent, and the AFM, the Music Federation, represents, and we just make sure that everyone is paid for their life work, and that, you know, it follows all the very stringent guidelines that they come out of the negotiating table with. And it's the right time, because I don't know if you're aware, but right now, every 3 years, there's a major renegotiation of those rights for advertising, and it's happening as we speak. And the current contract expires on March 31st at midnight, and they're behind closed doors, so we're all kind of waiting for SAG-AFTRA and the Joint Policy Committee that represents the ANA and the 4As to emerge with the new standards. And you know, I can say with pretty much certainty that digital and the issue of consumption now being 50% off of out of the compliance that is on the living room wall, that they have to be talking about wrangling the new media consumption landscape and making sure that all of those people are paid for their work.